Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing well. I'm doing really good because it's very sunny outside, so I thought why not come outside and do this video. If you watch my channel, you know I own a lot of vinyl records and I did like a whole series on 4 parts talking about all the vinyls that I have, so you can check this out. But today I wanted to talk about my top 10 favorite albums out of my vinyl collection. So they're basically albums, not necessarily recent, but like I could listen to these albums until I die and I would be literally okay. So these are my top 10 albums out of my record collection. Okay, so first of all, I have 21 by Adele. Of course, this is a classic, like literally a classic. This album will stay in fashion for the rest of my life, probably. And it's a very beautiful record. I do actually prefer this record to her past record, to her new record, sorry. I think this is her best record and I will never get over this one. So if you want to check the unboxing, you can check it out on the channel as well. There it is. Beautiful. Love this record. Next, I have a new album from Elton John. Well, a new album. Not his latest album, but one of his more recent album, and it is called The Diving Board. It is a really mature album. It's such a good album. There's Home Again, Quicksand, and Oceans Away. They're my 3 favorites. And such a mature album. The piano on there is amazing, as you'd expect. But this record, one of my top 10, 100%. And by the way, there's no order. Like, I just show you the records, but it's not like, oh, this is my favorite, this is mine. No. It's just like top 10, all equally good. Of course, then I have here Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. Of course, this is a classic album, and I think everyone who owns like record players and stuff, they do own this album as well. And there's probably a reason for that, because it's a really good album. And then again, I don't think it's gonna ever go out of fashion. So there it is, beautiful record. On there's her classics like Rehab, really good. Then I'm going more into pop records now, like really pop records. One of my favorite pop albums of all time. There you go, it's Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. You know, Michael Jackson had his Thriller, and Katy Perry has Teenage Dream, really. I love this record. There you go, and there you go. Beautiful. I love this record so much because there are just so many hits on there. They are cotton candy for the soul, and I would say my favorite one on there is probably Last Friday Night, maybe, or Teenage Dream, or California Girls. Just so many to choose from. So this record, and also I think it's pressed on white vinyls. There you go. Yeah, beautiful. So go and take this unboxing as well. This one is really worth it. Next, I have one of my favorite albums of all time. Not only my vinyl collection, but of all time, is Lady Gaga, Born This Way. There she is, and inside. For me, this is such a revolutionary album. The sound on there and lyrics and everything, it's just so good. It's pop, but at the time that it was released, it was like unconventional pop. She really tried something new, she really took a risk, and it paid off. I love this album. I went to see this particular show, live in Montreal, and it was really good. So this album, go and get it, it's really good. Next album in my vinyl collection is still very pop, and she once was the pop princess. And I talked, of course, about Gwen Stefani. Love Angel Music Babies. On there you have What You're Waiting For, Rich Girl, Hollaback, and loads of other hits that she has. There you go. And here, and I think it's pressed on regular black vinyls, yes. Really good album, really poppy album. It never gets old. It never gets old. And you know what? If you only heard like the singles, get the album, like, because other songs on this album are amazing too. Next, I have Celine Dion, Love Me Back to Life. I said it earlier, I think this is one of her, if not her best record ever. Beautiful, I love the artwork. Songs written by Sia as well. I just don't get over this. It's like, it's modern, yet it's very classic. Really good pop. That's really good pop, and her vocals on there are amazing. She's like, this is her prime album, and I wish more people do listen to this album. Yes, please. Next, I have like a classic vinyl album that everyone bought from Urban Outfitter, of course, and well, it doesn't change from the fact that it's a really, really good album, and it's called Born to Die, of course, by Lana Del Rey. This is my favorite album of hers with Paradise. These two albums are really good. They're my favorite, of course. On there's Born to Die, but my favorite is probably Diet Mountain Dew or Off the Races. They're really my favorites out of there, and for me, I get the summer vibe when I hear that album, because I've actually listened to this album so much when I was a teenager, in that, like, while I was in that pool actually, so it gives me like that summery vibe. Love this album. Then I have a new classic, really. It's Blue Neighborhood by Troye Sivan. Troye Sivan, YouTube sensation and now pop star. Well, good for you. And this album is amazing, really, really amazing. It's pop, yet it's kind of like indie, but it's unconventional, really, but it's so good. Wild is good. The Quiet, Talk Me Down. I think Talk Me Down is my favorite. I like Lost Boys as well. Youth, My Youth Isn't Yours, and loads of other great songs, really. If you don't know this album, go and check it out. It's so good. I don't know what he's gonna do next, but it's probably gonna be great too. And finally, my 10th favorite album of my collection is like probably one of the best pop albums of all time. And I know I do sound to say that every time, but really, come on now. It's Confessions on a Dance Floor by Madonna. It's the album on which she took the most risks, and it paid off so much. So there you go, there it is. I mean, these songs, Hung Up, Sorry, Get Together, Jump, like, wow, they're still really, really good, really well produced as well. And of course the vinyls are pink, so I mean, it's funny, isn't it? I love this album so much. I do still listen to this album while I train or when I'm driving somewhere and I just need to be pumped. I listen to this album. It's such good pop. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this top 10 of my vinyl collection. If you want to see the whole vinyl collection, you can click down in the description down below and you'll see my whole collection, really. If you own any of these vinyl records, tell me in the description down below, in the comments section down below. I always say description. Anyways, give me a thumbs up, and also you can subscribe to the channel for more videos like these and other videos, of course. And I'll see you very, very soon. Don't forget, life gets better. Ciao.